Yeah, I think y'all can see me okay. That's better, I guess. Let me see if that. Man, that's not good. That's worse. I guess we get rid of the red. See if we do that. Oh, y'all can see me at all on that one, huh? Let's do that one. There we go. Alright, so I'm sitting in Illinois and they gave me a run. I just reset. They did my B service on my truck. So I gotta tell y'all the story. When I got the truck, I don't know, the truck only has 95,000 miles on it. I'm gonna see if I can turn this around, because the other time I tried to do it, y'all couldn't see. So hopefully y'all can see. It only had 95,000. Well, it had 99,000 something now. Y'all see that in the corner? Alright, then turn this around, put it here. I'm gonna get a better camera eventually, but anyway, so I've put it had 95,500 some miles on it when I first got it, okay? And my first runs, they had me running around the California area, which is not, I hate driving Southern California. I'm okay with Northern, I just hate Southern California. Northern's pretty, and the people drive a lot better. Not as congested either in Northern California. So from there, I went up to Washington State. So I went through Oregon, and y'all saw me meet Bill. And then from there, I got a load that went from Washington State all the way to Wisconsin. And that load had a lot of miles on it. I was rolling hours, and then what I also realized is that, I was kind of watching what people are doing out here. I think we got a lot lizard, but oh well. Well, she don't bother this truck, we good. So I was kind of just watching what, I got that load in, and then I had to get my B service. So when I got the truck, the irony of everything is that as soon as you have to log into a Qualcomm system. As soon as I log into that system to attach a truck to me, it says, oh, you need a B service, and you have 2,800 some odd miles before you have to do this B service. So I let the lady know, who's my driver manager, and she says, well, let's just run you, and then as it gets closer, I get you somewhere for the B service. Well, they run me, and I guess they get me to Wisconsin. And in Wisconsin, I didn't know we had a terminal, because like I said, I worked for these guys before, and we have a terminal there. So excellent job. That much I will say. That when I got in there late on, let's see here, what's today? It's 27th. I got in there late on the 25th, and I got up early in the morning, like 6 something in the morning, so I could be on time to get on the list for my B service. There was a lady who I think ran the shop, and I told her, I said, I'm here for B service. She said, I won't be able to get you in until, she wasn't supposed to get me in until today, the 27th. And instead, she got me in. One of the mechanics came and was like, hey, I need your key for your truck. And they got me in on the 26th. So I didn't have to wait but the whole day, And they had the truck in there. Again, this is a 2017 with not a lot of miles, because 95,000 miles on a truck is like 20,000 miles on a car. That's not a lot of miles. Not a lot of miles at all. And so they got me in there with virtually, very little miles. I'll tell you what's going on here in a minute. Anyway, they got me done. They had me in there almost all day long. And I guess whoever had this truck before, I could tell when I got it, because as mentioned to my driver manager, I might have to go in for a tire. But tire stuff, it looks okay. I went ahead and rolled with it. And when I went in there, I told them, I said, guys, look at the tire. I said, because the yard that I was in, that I got the truck out of, when I went to that shop, they almost seemed overwhelmed. So I didn't want to be stuck there. And so, and I said, I knew I had a B service coming. I figured you guys could look it over. I knew, the tire would keep you on up until the B service. So she said, yeah, she said their tire, it looks like they had rubbed it, whoever had this truck, which I was probably, when I saw it, I also realized that whoever had this truck before probably was terminated. I'm going to be honest. Because on the right-hand side, you can see where they rubbed the stair. And she said it looks like the tire was rubbed too. And I said, yeah, and I told her I just got in the truck. So, she proceeded to go ahead, and they did like probably one of the best. I got 2 new steer tires. I needed windshield wipers. Windshield wipers on this truck were horrid. And because of the ankle, I don't climb up on top of those tires trying to put up no damn windshield wipers. So they did that for me. I haven't checked. I think they have. I looked at it real quick. They put in like, I think they put in all new fuel filter. Basically did a good little overhaul to it. Greased the 5th wheel. I could tell he adjusted the brakes. I mean, because my brakes are like, I said, oh, I'm gonna have to adjust back to adjust to the brakes again. And then they did the oil change, and I'm not sure what else, but he did a whole bunch of stuff because the truck was in there from about 9 o'clock in the morning, or probably about 9 o'clock in the morning until late in the afternoon. So, yep. Y'all, I don't like folks staring in the back bump too much. But anyway, so they gave me a load. My driver manager told me, let me know when I was ready to roll and when my reset was done. So I told her, I said, let me finish up laundry, get a shower. That was all on the 26th. And then I said, I'll go to sleeper berth and then I'll let you know. When I woke up this morning, I told her I was up, ready to go. And next thing I know, I said I'll be ready to go in about an hour. You know, because I go to the bathroom, do all that stuff, get ready. While I'm in the bathroom, bing, 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 messages come because they have an app where I can get messages when I'm away from the truck. So I finish up in the bathroom, head to the truck, climb up in the truck, and they give me a load to pick up at a frozen facility. But when I look at the dates, the load was supposed to be picked up prior date. So today's the 27th. It was supposed to be picked up on the 26th. It's 100 and some miles to go pick up, empty, to go pick up to go get the actual load, and then 800 some miles to go to Oklahoma. And I'm like, well, it's a nice run. But at this point, I'll kind of pause. So she sends me a message saying, hey, and I said, well, you do know this load was supposed to pick up yesterday? She said, yeah, basically. I said, this is going to be tight. There's no way, because they wanted me to get the load in on the 28th. Today's the 27th, and they want me to get the load in on the 28th. That's not going to happen. Ooh, I'm going thin on top, y'all. That's not going to happen. And so, not as a single driver. I mean, if it was probably a team, it's possible, but a solo driver, impossible. So the next thing I know, I go and I have to, and then I told her to keep my trailer on me, and some butthole went and got the trailer off the yard, and I think they did it on purpose, because she had put the trailer on me, because on her thing it showed the trailer was still assigned to me. And normally what happens is if you try to get a trailer put on your truck and it's assigned to somebody else, it'll say the trailer's not available. So the person just hooked to it and just took off and didn't even get the trailer assigned to them, and they probably went somewhere and just waited until I realized, or they realized, oh, the trailer's not available, for them to get the trailer added to them. I don't know how they did it, but it was shady. So the next thing I have to do is a trailer hunt. So I have to go to this other facility and go get this trailer. So I go up the street, get the trailer, but the trailer, the only trailer they had was in a dock door being unloaded. So I had to wait for that. So wait, now we're getting into the eating up the time clock, which I hate. Because your time has started as soon as you start driving and pre-tripping your truck. And now not only do I have to pre-trip this truck, I have to pre-trip the new trailer. Then when I dropped that trailer, because I was going to drop and shift out for another, what they call a drop and hook to a different trailer, I got to pre-trip the new trailer. And then, so I go through all that, go get all the stuff shipping, go grab it, and then I have to fuel. So my fuel, I got my fuel, and when I got my fuel, I'm a person, I hate to say this, I don't like micromanagement. I can't stand it. Just let me do my job and leave me alone. I'm not somebody who doesn't do my job. Unless you have something to give me some tips and tricks to do better, then micromanaging me that's not helping me perform better. What it's doing is irritating the hell out of me. And that's one of my concerns with have coming back here, because I know I didn't have it happen under my first driver manager, but under my second one, they were kind of more micromanaging, and I don't like micromanagement. So I got out the truck to fuel the truck in Illinois, and when I go to fuel the truck, I hear that a bing. It's a message on my Qualcomm. So I finish fueling, and I have to pull the truck up to fuel the refrigerator, the reefer part. And when I pull up, there's a message that says, "Hey, I see you have 3 hours left. You can keep rolling. You're not in this truck with me. You don't know what the hell I'm doing." I'm like, really? And it bugged me, because I'm like, wait a minute. I'm not the one who had the load sitting the day before. Y'all were. And therefore, now we're not going to micromanage me and keep it rolling. And the problem was, I'm doing what my plan is telling me to do. My plan is telling me to fuel the truck. So I said, "Shannon, don't get mad. Just go ahead and respond." And I said, "I'm fueling the truck." So then they came back with, "Do you need us to open up fuel?" And I'm thinking to myself, you guys have no idea what's going on. This is the part of trucking that irritated me, because what I like about trucking is the peace of it. What I don't like is too many cooks in the kitchen and nobody knows what's going on. And I understand, and I have to reevaluate, because I understand that they are overwhelmed. A lot of these guys are planners, the customer service people, the driver managers. They don't have really enough people helping them. And I've been in management before, I've been in corporations before, and these companies want to save money, so they have these people that are overwhelmed. So I have to remember that, because trucker bills, like, they're idiots, they're stupid, they don't know what's going on. In some aspects, you're right. They don't know. They've not been on the truck. They're not required to get on the truck, which I really think they all should have to go through that in order to be in their position. I think they should have to come out with a trucker for at least a week in order to be minimum, in order to be in their position, so they can understand the industry, understand who they're managing, understand what's going on. Your job is not just driving and backing this truck. I set up today going through trying to figure out when I most likely would be to the delivery, because there was no way I was going to make the time they had. Nobody told me, what they're doing is what's called Repower. So they're going to send, right now I'm up past my 14-hour clock. I'm up waiting for another driver who's going to repower this load, because I don't want to go to sleeper berth and then get knocking on the door and then have to concern myself with trying to get up, get dressed, get out the truck, detach, retach. So I've already detached from the trailer. I'm still sitting in front of it, and nobody can steal it. But I'm still sitting in front of it. I'm waiting for this other Swift driver to show up, and they're going to take the trailer in. It's about 600 miles altogether left on it. So if they have a team, they'll be able to get it in today at 6:30 this evening. If they don't have a team, I don't know how that's going to work. But supposedly the load's being repowered. I have no idea what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm really praying for a nice, long, peaceful freaking run. Like I said, I don't like a lot of short hops. And if that's what's going to happen, and I know exactly what my choices are going to be on some things within the next 4 to 6 months. But this is what I had to do in order to get my feet wet back in it. I've been impressed, because they have kept me running. I just don't like micromanagement, and I don't like, I did all the beginning work, and now this person has an easy part just to hook to the trailer and drive it right in. to me, the harder part was I took the first trailer and had it washed out. Then they didn't have the registration on the trailer. I had to get that faxed over to me. Then I went and dropped that trailer. It's just a whole bunch of drama. No, I was hoping this is them, but this ain't them. It's somebody else. It's a whole bunch of drama that I don't like. So, and that's why eventually what I would like to do is work where I have my own trailer, or work with somebody who brokers my freight, and I can stick with my same damn trailer all the time. That's I'm seeing some owner ops like that, and that right there is the dream. You know, make my money, stick with my same trailer. I'm not dropping and hooking and load me, unload me, load me, unload me, leave me the hell alone. That's what I like about trucking. But anyway, I hope you guys are blessed. So I'm sitting up in the seat and waiting for Trucker Bill to get on the road, because I was going to talk to him. Because he's like, yeah, they're freaking idiots. They don't know. They knew that damn load was late. You know, and then the goal was you're going to repower it in the first place, which to me, you should have just said, hey, we're going to possibly repower the load. Last minute, like, whole drive now, I'm like, dude, I'm fueling the truck. I can't, you know, I can't push the truck in front of me out the way. And B, once I start fueling, I can't make the pump go any faster. And C, I'm human, so when I get through fueling, I always go to the bathroom so I can drive without a bunch of stops. You know, might as well try to get my grandmother said, if you gotta go, go before you go. Anyway, I hope you guys are being blessed. Just kind of a rant tonight about Repower. And, tired. Anyway, peace.